I will say, I had faith in the team the entire time. I went back to the locker room, watched the whole game, and somebody probably thought I was crazy if they overheard me, but I think the guys knew, and everybody knew that. Even the whole stadium knew that. We got to finish the game, and we got to work together. And unfortunately, it didn't turn out the way we wanted. And now we're on to Minnesota and the Brown Jug.
Is there a frustrating element to it that you have to miss half of that one too?
Half of what one?
Minnesota?
No, I'm not. No, I served my sentence. I'm free.
You don't? Okay.
We all know what that game meant to you, team captain and all that stuff. Can you kind of just take us, I guess, in the locker room? Was it like, did that set in, or were you almost kind of still in the game, while watching it? You know what I mean?
I would say a little bit of both.
Okay.
But, obviously I would rather be on the field than the locker room, but the ref made a call and you got to live with it. And like I said, served the sentence, and now I'm free. So I get to play football here this coming Saturday.
Did you get an explanation of the call at all? Did they, through the coaches or anything, the Big Ten?
I've heard nothing yet.
Any teammates say anything to you as the call kind of happened before you walked off?
To go back and recall what an individual said is really hard. I do know as soon as I got in the locker room, Biggs was standing at their door waiting on me. And that's when I told him, hey, it's your turn. So kind of trade spots. Not sure that that's the ideal situation where you want to trade spots, but we watched the end of the second half together, and you could tell that he was ready to go. He was ready to come out and play as well.
How clear do they make what the targeting rule is to you guys? I know for a lot of us, seeing some of the plays, it's a little confusing as to what the rule is.
Yeah, you're gonna have to ask him.
Did you think it was a targeting rule?
I just know, obviously, targeting is defined in the NCAA rule book, and I guess they saw something that made them call targeting and remove me from the game. So, unfortunately, couldn't exactly go my way, but it is what it is. You got to move on.
That's a surreal scene with you walking in and James standing there. Is it just the two of you, or are there other staff members with you guys watching the game?
Well, I think Coach Partridge was pulling me off the field.
Okay.
I probably would have made a couple laps if it wasn't for him. But it was us three, and like I said, I got in there, and no words really even had to be said. We looked at one another, and we knew that we were just changing places.
Did it just make it that much longer of a bye week? That way that kind of,
it was really long.
It's a surreal scene.
Yeah, it was extremely long.
In what way? I mean, in comparison to other, you've done this before, in comparison to other years.
Yeah, I've played all 4 years here, and I've never not played in the second half, and that leading into the next week. It's a long time off, and then to go home, and I watched my brother play, I watched my buddies play at Dayton, and you're itching to get back out there. So
I'm sure you don't want to relive it, but watching that final play, your thoughts in the locker room?
I walked right out of the room. Couldn't believe it at the time. Took a while to set in, but just that whole series of events, what I saw, taking a step out of the room I was in, watching the game, and taking a step right to where the guys are walking in the locker room, and it's not a feeling I ever want to relive again.
You're supposed to be on that play, right? Yeah, I mean,
On that play?
Are you a protector of Blake, or where are you?
I could be.
I mean, is that are you normally on that? On the
could be.
punt protector?
Depends.
Are you on all the other punts? Are you in that spot?
Well, it's sometimes.
Okay, it's not every play.
I don't know. I mean, I'm in on some special teams that sometimes maybe out. It's hard to give you a solid answer.
Okay.
I'd love to give you a yes or no answer, but I'll leave that to if anybody else is from other teams you're trying to figure out personnel.
Okay.
I'll leave them to guess.
Look, moving forward, what do you want to do? What do your teammates want to do to turn the corner and really focus on these final 5 games, starting with Minnesota?
Yeah, I would say win one at a time. Obviously, I guess that's probably the most straightforward and black and white answer I could give you. Obviously, get the jug back. Very important. We won it back here in Ann Arbor, and we're going to work, and we're going to go out and play for it Saturday and at Minnesota. So one game at a time, execute one play at a time, and play the way we are capable.